Hi, beautiful soul. It's Alana, back to do another timeless reading. I hope this message finds you well. We're going to go ahead and just see what the cards have to say for today. What is the message we need to know the most? What is for our highest and best good? Look at that, the Sun card. Beautiful. Big, happy, bold energy. Let's see what else wants to come out. Actually, I'm feeling that I need to just start the message with the Sun. Let's take a look at this card. So I always love the sunflowers, and if you know about the plant, the flower, the sunflower, they follow the sun, like they move as the sun moves. And when the sun is not out, they face each other, like they'll come together and conserve energy. So I feel like there is this new illumination that is wanting to come in for you. That is, I feel, something that you've been seeking, maybe even chasing, if we want to use that word. Just something that you're wanting to, bring forth, right, from the ether, from the non-physical. And you've been dedicated to this path. You've been earnest in your desires to seek this illumination, this clarity, this wonderment, this brilliance, whatever this is. It is really allowing you to shine. Okay, like I just feel this celebrity energy, this, larger than life energy that is emanating from this card. And not that you have to be in the public spotlight. Not everybody wants to do that, right? Shout out to my fellow introverts. Like, not everybody wants to be seen in that way. But I feel like it's more so how people around you are seeing you. Like, you're glowing, right? Like, your inner world is becoming magnetic. It is becoming impossible to ignore, essentially your shine, right? Like the glow from within attracts people. So when you're, out running errands, you might notice that kids and, people look at you, stare at you, smile at you. Maybe they go out of their way to strike up conversations or compliment you. And it's because you stand out in the non-physical, right? Like, at the end of the day, we are all non-physical beings having a physical experience. So everything is born out of the non-physical. Everything that is matter is born out of the non-physical. So as energetic beings, we can pick up on other people's energies, which I'm sure you're aware of. And when you're vibrating at this really high level of divine alignment, people notice, because it's not common, especially in today's, intense climate, society, politically, even religiously. Like, the world is kind of gone mad, and we promote and reward degeneracy. So when people are feeling this energy, they're attracted to it. They may not know why, they may not understand it, but on some sort of energetic level, they want to be in and around this energy. So the next card that came out is the Queen of Pentacles, right? And the Queen of Pentacles is, of course, the divine feminine energy of abundance, manifestation, It is the queen that rules the physical domain, right? The pentacles are all about the physical world. So there is something that you're here to build, or something that you are building, that is directly related to this sun energy, right? Like what you've been seeking, right? You've been seeking this illumination, this clarity, this brilliance, and it is coming into focus with the Queen of Pentacles energy. So as you embody this feminine energy of receiving abundance, right? Remember, masculine is action, okay? Feminine is receiving. So I feel like for a lot of you, you have been taking action over and over and over again. Inspired action, even uninspired action, trying different things, seeing what works, all in devotion to seeking this light, this greater purpose. But right now, in this feminine energy, it's almost as if you're being asked to just allow, to surrender to the experience of the miracle of illumination, of brilliance that the sun is wanting to bring in. And remember, the sun is the happiest card in the deck, right? That's what everybody says. It's the happiest card. It's the highest level of that happiness attainment. This is everything has gone right. You're living your absolutely best life. You're in service to love, and love is rewarding you. So the Queen of Pentacles, as she gazes right over at this sun energy, I just feel this sovereign unfolding. Look at her just energy, right? Like she is a sovereign being, right? And she's got this butterfly, this white butterfly on her shoulder, that's to me is signifying her connection to the divine in the physical world. And she is allowing and receiving and surrendering to the blessings that the sun card is wanting to bring in for her. Okay, we had two cards come out. We have the King of Cups and the Seven of Cups coming out together. So here we have the masculine energy of emotions, right? Emotional intelligence, understanding how to move with the intensities of emotion from a commanding place, right? So taking action, allowing yourself to maneuver perhaps through the emotions of others around you, and being that fortress, that strength, that rock in times of turbulence that people are going to want to seek out. And the Seven of Cups coming out with it just shows me that there are many pathways that are opening up for you. And, not every pathway is for you. That's where we get the opportunity to practice discernment, okay, which is all a part of our soul evolution and growth, learning how to recognize and choose the path of love versus the path of fear. So I feel like this is almost collective energy, okay? So there's a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? There's a lot of opportunities that are going to be presented to you, I feel, as the sun energy really comes into focus in your life. And the King of Cups, right? The King of Cups is going to be the energy to help you navigate through which path is the path of love and which path is the path of fear. Okay, the Queen of Cups, conversely, is the energy that bestows, the emotions onto other people, where the King of Cups is, receives. I said it backwards. So the Queen of Cups is someone who knows how to receive love and to, sit on her throne where she is fully embodied in divine love and attracts, right? She attracts people to her, people, situations, abundance, all these things to her. Whereas the King of Cups is the one that can go out and, bring that energy to others. Okay. So there is going to be opportunities coming your way where you have the capacity to instruct, to help, to guide those that are struggling in their emotional body, right? They're struggling with, a variety of things, but you are the one that can see through the narratives, if you will, and you're able to assist those who seek your help to find the path of love. Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups is all about the synergy between the masculine and the feminine energies within. Okay, so it's all about coming into resonance within our own field of our own masculine and feminine aspects. Okay, we are not one or the other, we are both. Right? And in order to come into this inner divine union, okay, the real twin flame journey is the inner journey, okay, to reunite the feminine and masculine within through healing our mother wound and our father wound, okay? Once you have done that and you have integrated these two energies, you are able to not only understand the wounding of others, right, in these different, polarities, but you're able to guide them out of confusion and into a state of awareness. Okay. And all of this comes back to the physical domain, because this is the energy that I'm actually feeling the most from. Okay. So again, the Queen of Pentacles is someone who is allowing the blessings to come. She is the receiver of abundance. She allows others to build her empire, and she is the one that sits back and directs the flow of that energy. Okay, so I feel like people are going to be drawn to you, like just in a way that you probably haven't experienced yet, and it's going to be an adjustment period. I feel like when you start seeing this on a grander scale, that your ego is going to, do what the ego does and try to take credit or make it seem like, it's something that it isn't. So just be vigilant in your shadow work. Make sure that you are aligning with divine love over and over again so that you are in that higher frequency. You're able to discern at that higher level, and you step into the observer role of your life, of your experience. Because when you're able to do that, it really does bring in peace, because you're not tossed to and fro by the whims of whatever is happening around you, right? So you're able to, again, be that constant support, even if those around you are crashing out, okay? Yes, Ace of Wands, okay? The Ace of Wands is a powerful card of creative manifestation, okay? The fire element, the wands are all about ambition, passion, creativity, making things happen. And the ace, right, whenever we receive an ace, we must always remember that the aces are gifts from the divine for a job well done. So after you've done a lot of inner work, a lot of seeking, divine light, divine truth, divine love, you will at some point receive an ace. And that again is a gift. Okay. And it is a gift of power. Okay, the wands are powerful energies that literally create out of thin air. Okay, we think of like a magic wand, right? Like it literally creates out of thin air. You pull in the energy from the ether, from the non-physical, something that has been building with your intentions, your desires that are aligned with love, and then you release the energy, right? You release it into the physical world, which brings in whatever it was that you were desiring from that higher place of awareness. And look, I just noticed this was flipped over. So we have the Five of Wands. Now, the Five of Wands is an energy of, feeling, so it's typically a energy of conflict, okay, in the traditional tarot. But what I'm getting from this visual is not that at all, right? What I feel here is an elevation, okay? Like you have the butterflies, you have these flowers that are illuminated in like a sacred fire, right? A sacred glow. And you have this woman here that is crowned with flowers. She's got her butterfly wings. She's very much an ethereal entity. And I just feel almost like this is an energy of spirit guides is really what I'm getting from this. So I feel like you are being very much watched over as this comes in for you, as the pathways start to reveal themselves to you and you make aligned decisions. Okay. So I feel that you have done a lot of inner work, like a lot, maybe years, maybe decades even, of, being on this path and, allowing yourself to do the deep inner work necessary to find soul liberation, which, not many people do. So the last card is the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands is the home card, right? It is the sanctuary card. It is where we find our peace, where we feel safe, where we have family and friends, and just this overwhelming energy of celebration and happiness. Okay, so there are big things coming for you that I feel you're already aware of. Like, I don't think it's going to catch you by surprise necessarily. Maybe in the way that, it unfolds might be different than what you're envisioning or what you're believing is going to happen, or it may be exactly the way that you are envisioning it. But either way, what is coming in for you is powerful. And it is a direct result of you doing the intense inner work necessary to refine your soul, to refine your desires, your intention from ego fear-based to, spirit love-based. And that, my friend, is really where the magic happens. Yeah, so Oracle card, channel your knowledge, critical judgment. So look, you want to make sure that whatever you're bringing in through your field is aligned with love. And this is a lesson that I had to learn the hard way. I've been on my spiritual journey for about 17 years, and I did not know until roughly 6 or 7 years ago, that it was imperative that I protected my field with divine love, divine light, anytime that I am channeling any energies at all. Because if we don't do that, we are open and susceptible to fear-based false light entities leading us astray. Like, there's a bunch of those. And I speak from experience of falling into those traps. So trust me when I say that love is the greatest protector. Oh my God, look, shield your energy. Yes, like, look, you're a powerful being, right? Like, you are a powerful being, and it is important to understand that even being a powerful being, you are not, you know, you're not protected from falling into traps or being led astray or falling into delusion unless you are doing everything within your power to stay in that heart-centered awareness, right? Always seeking divine love for clarity, always checking your ego and doing that inner shadow work when you feel triggered about something, right? Because at the end of the day, the more you glow, the more light that emanates from you, the more the shadows take notice, right? And so it's just part of the deal. Like, it's just part of the ascension process that as you level up, there's new levels of shadow, of fear-based entities that will try to come after you and pull you out of your light and back into the abyss of darkness. So again, as someone who has dealt with that many, many times, the way through that as you continue to ascend is to cloak yourself in divine love and divine light, trusting that the path of the heart will lead you to your highest timeline, your highest fulfillment. So that is what I have for you, my friends. I hope it resonated. And until next time, much love.